What's up guys, Alex here, GuitarForce.com. So as you can see today we're going to take a look at Robin Trower's song called Daydream, and this is from the live version which was recorded in 1975 in Sweden, and you can check out that version here on YouTube as well. This was requested and supported by Todd, so big thanks goes out to him. In this lesson we're going to take a look at his rhythm parts during this song, which includes the intro, the verses, and also the second section of the song. The solos are going to be on a separate video, and if you would like to continue learning these solos, they're going to be available at GuitarForce.com for purchase. The link is going to be in the description box down below. You will get this part of the lesson with both solos transcribed in full detail. And also you're going to get the tabs and the backing track, so you can get this as a standalone, or you can join my Patreon page and have an access to these lessons there. To the lesson, to the tabs, to the Guitar Pro tabs, and also to the backing track. Alright, so back to the lesson. This lesson is going to be in the half step down tuning, so keep that in mind, half step down tuning on all the strings. And also, when I get the chance, I'm going to post the cover sort of playthrough of the whole song to my other channel, and when I do that, the link is going to be also in the description box down below. For the sound, I was using the VST plugin Guitar Rig. I'm going to show you the picture right now, the picture of the preset, and while you are checking it out, I'm going to play you my low E string so you can tune up and play along with this lesson. Alright guys, so let's go for the close-up and start this lesson. Okay, so the intro goes like this. Okay, so here we start off with the double stop, which is on the 9th fret of the B and the G strings. And then the second one is going to be simply putting the 10th fret on the B string. So we have these two, and they're played kind of short notes. Then we have a hammer-on pull-off. So again, it's a double stop, but we're hammering on, pulling off on the B string. Then we go to D string, 11th fret, and then the next part. So it's 9 to 11 on D, and then we play B string, G, 9 frets, and then we have hammer-on pull-off on the D string again, 11 on A, and slides out. So, and then we go into this chord, which is a C sharp minor 7, but on the live version he puts in the bass the G sharp. So that's why you get this kind of a little bit heavier sound, because of that G sharp note. So again, one more time. Then we continue, we have. So as you stay on this C sharp minor 7 chord, we then have a few hammer-ons pull-offs. So what you do is basically just holding the chord like that, and then first hammer-on pull-off is going to be on the B string, and it's between 4th and 5th frets. And then you do the same, but on a 4th and 6th frets on the G string, and then the same on the D string. So you have 3 hammer-ons pull-offs, and they're kind of quick, snappy, like that. And then we go into, so it's a G chord, so it starts with the low E string, then we arpeggiate the power chord, and then we add here from minor third to the major third, so it's from the 3rd fret to the 4th on the G string, like that. So we stay on that note, kind of letting ring out the notes, and then we have. So this lick, sliding on the low E from 5th to the 7th, then we go to A string and we play 5-7-5, the hammer-on pull-off, and it's again quick one, like that. Then we slide into the 9th fret on the D string from the 7th, and then we do the same hammer-on pull-off again. So it's, sorry, one more time, like that. So far we got this. So then you go to the B major chord, and again we do the same as we did with the G, so arpeggiating it. And again we play this from minor third to the major third, 7 to 8 on the G string, adding some vibrato, and then we have this lick, which is starting from the 9th fret on the A string, and you pick the note, stay on it for a little bit longer, and then you slide up to 11th fret. Then we have a double stop 9th fret on the D and the G strings, hammering onto 11, pulling off. Then we have a grace note, which is a quick hammer on from 9 to 11 on A string, and then we slide out from the 9th fret on the low E string. So we have like that. So that's the intro. So one more time, the whole thing goes like this. And then we go into the next part, just before going to the verse, and there is a vocal line going on. So we have this. Alright, so this part starts off with the double stop, again on the G and the B strings, 9 and 10 frets. And also we have a rake here, so these two strings are dead. So what you do is you play the rake with the double stop, and then we simply slide up 2 frets to 11 and 12 respectively on the G and the B strings, then back again to the first double stop, and then we do a slide, but it's a grace note, so a quick slide back again to the 12th fret. So altogether slowly is going to be like this. And then the second part of this lick is it goes. So here again we have a slide, but it's on D string from 9 to 11. And as you reach the 11th fret, you then pick the G string as well, and you have a double stop. And you slide that down to the 9th fret and then back again up to 11. And then you slide out and you go into the chord, into the verse. So one more time, this lick goes like this. Alright, so here we go into the verses, and the verses are exactly the same as the intro. So we have again the C sharp minor 7 chord, but without the G sharp in the bass this time. It's just a straight C sharp minor 7. Then again we have the G and the B. And when we go to the C sharp minor 7 chord, we have 2 variations of licks in between. So we have the first one, so here we have a double stop on the G and the B strings, 4th fret, and then we simply put the middle finger on the 5th fret, and we have this double stop. So it's between, and then we do the hammer-on pull-off, the quick one. So while you're holding the chord like that, then you play. So it's quick hammer-ons, pull-offs again on the B string, 4th fret to the 5th, back to the 4th fret, and then we do 4, 6, 4 on the G string. But all the time throughout while you are holding the chord, so it's like that. Then we go to the G chord, and we just simply arpeggiate the whole chord. Again, we have the same feel. So this is exactly the same as we did previously. Then again, we go into the B. And it's exactly the same as in the intro. And then again, we play the transition lick, which is... So basically we play this figure for 2 times, and it's exactly the same. So I'm going to play instead of except for the feel that he does here, like I said. So one time he does it like that, and the other time, as we did in the intro, just the hammer-ons pull-offs. Alright, so I'm going to play through one more time the verse just once, so you can see how it goes. So it goes like this. So like I said, we do it for 2 times, 2 times chord progression, and then we have another part of the song which goes like this. Okay, so this part starts off with some dead strings twice, then we have a hammer-on on a double stop from the 9th frets on the G and the B strings to the 10th fret, again followed by 2 dead strings. Then we have, just like we did in the intro, so these short notes, and then we have, so it's, so basically playing the 9th fret, then simply picking the 10th fret, adding here the 10th fret, and then sliding out from the 11th. So one more time, the whole phrase. Alright, so here we go into the next chord progression, which is based on 4 chords. So we have an F sharp major chord, and then halfway through it changes to F sharp dominant 7 by adding this high E string open. Then we go to G, then we have an A, and then the B. So after we play the intro, so we go to the F sharp, and again we do the same thing as we did previously, so kind of arpeggiating it. And again we play this, the grace note, minor third to the major third. Then we pick it again, the strings we go, so we go the 6th string, 5th, 4th, and then we have a hammer on from the 2nd to the 3rd frets here on the G string, and then you pick the high E string open and you let ring out all of the notes. Then we move up to the G, just like we did in the verses, during the verses, like that. And then we have an A chord, but the guitar is silent during these parts, but it's playing this. So
So it's just playing the dead strings here. Then we hit the double stop on the 7th fret, and if you hit the G and the B or G and the D strings, it's totally fine. It's totally fine because it goes by quite fast, like that. And then we have a trill between 5th and 6th frets on the G string, and then we're going to. So this one, when we go to the B chord, is exactly the same as we did during the verses. So one more time, this whole part goes like this. And again, in the end, we have the same lick as we did with the verses. So it's, we slide out from the 11th fret, and then again we go into this part where we have the. This time, though, it's played slightly differently. So it goes. So here we have again the same double stops. But the second time we slide up to the 13th and 14th frets. And then we have, so it's sliding on the G string this time from 9 to 11, I'm sorry. Then picking the 12th on the B. And then sliding this double stop down to the 8 and 9 respectively. Like that. So one more time, slowly. Alright, and then we're going to, again, back to the verses. So these two parts are the only kind of different to each other during the whole song. And sometimes the feels that he plays are slightly different. So the first time he plays that part, then another feel is like that, and then third time he plays, instead of going here to 13, 14, he still does that thing, but then the slide again instead of. So it's either on the D and the G strings or G and the B string, sliding down here. And then there is one more feel that he does, which is just he hits the double stop on the 9th fret, but just trills between 9 and 10 for the whole duration of this transition lick. So instead of, he just plays this trill and then going back again to the verses. Alright, so structure-wise it's pretty straightforward. So we have the intro, then we go into the verse, second part, back to verse, again second part, then we go into the first solo. After the first solo we have again the verse and the second part, and before going to the second solo, he repeats the last part, the three chords, the G, A and the B of the second section 3 times before going to the second solo. Alright, so he plays. And from here, from this last note on the B major chord, the third, he goes into the second solo, and that's how they end the song. Alright guys, so that brings us to the end of this lesson. If you would like to continue learning the solos, 2 solos, the links are going to be in the description box down below. Thank you very much for checking out this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Also comment, share, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Don't forget to visit GuitarForce.com for more guitar related lessons. In the meantime, I'll see you again. Take it easy, and as always, let the force be with you.